If you've ever started a habit full of fire, hitting the gym every day, eating clean, waking up at 5 a.m., only to watch it crash and burn weeks later while beating yourself up for being lazy or weak-willed, this is for you. What if I told you it's almost never your fault? Most habits don't fail because you lack discipline. They fail because of one hidden system you're missing. And once you add it, sticking to habits becomes stupidly easy. Point one of the upcoming points is extremely important. Miss it, and the rest won't make sense. Let's dive in. You know that rush on day one of a new habit? That electric feeling where nothing can stop you? That's pure motivation talking. Your brain floods with dopamine. Everything feels possible. You buy the shoes, download the app, tell all your friends. Productivity gurus love this phase. They sell courses on unleashing your inner beast. But here's what they never say out loud. Motivation is a terrible foundation for habits. It spikes hard, then vanishes faster than free pizza at the office. Studies from University College London show it takes on average 66 days to form a habit, sometimes up to 254 days. Yet motivation rarely lasts past week 2. You're building on sand, waiting for the tide. When life gets busy, when you're tired, when results slow down, motivation ghosts you. And you're left thinking you're the problem. We've all been there, swearing this time will be different, only to quit again and feel like a total failure. Last year I decided to meditate every morning. Day 1. Woke up excited, sat on the cushion, felt zen as hell. Told my girlfriend, posted on Instagram, bought a fancy timer app. Week 2. Alarm went off. I hit snooze, rushed to work, skipped it. Week 3. The app collected dust. I called myself undisciplined. Felt ashamed. Threw the cushion in the closet like evidence of another failed attempt. That shame? It's brutal. It stacks up with every broken streak until you stop believing you can change it all. You start thinking, maybe I'm just not one of those people who can stick to things. Here's the twist no one admits. The people who have insane discipline aren't fighting motivation dips harder than you. They've removed the need for motivation in the first place. They built a simple system that runs on autopilot, even on days they feel zero spark. And the craziest part? That system isn't complicated. It's embarrassingly simple once you see it. But before I reveal the first piece of that system, you need to understand the second deadly trap that quietly kills 9 out of 10 habit attempts, and why most advice actually makes it worse. Stay with me. What comes next might change how you see every failed habit in your past. Ever wonder why some people stack 10 perfect habits while yours collapse under the weight of just 1 or 2? Most people treat habits like a wish list. They wake up inspired and decide to fix everything at once. Gym at 5 a.m., meditate for 20 minutes, drink a gallon of water, read 30 pages, journal gratitude, cut sugar, no phone after 8. Sounds heroic, right? Wrong. Your brain has a finite amount of willpower each day. Scientists call it ego depletion. A meta-analysis of over 100 studies from Florida State University confirmed it. Every decision that requires self-control drains the same limited tank. Stack too many new habits, and you're burning premium fuel on tiny choices all day. By evening, the tank hits empty. You crave chips, scroll for hours, skip the workout. Not because you're weak, because you overloaded the system. Productivity apps push habit stacking and morning routines of millionaires, making you feel like a loser if you don't do it all. But real data from habit tracking apps like Habitica and Strides show the brutal truth. People who try 5 or more new habits at once have a 92% failure rate within 30 days. Drop it to 1 or 2. Success rate jumps above 70%. Overload doesn't just slow progress. It guarantees relapse. You start the year like a superhero. Then by February you're back on the couch wondering where it all went wrong. 2 years ago, I watched a YouTube video about the perfect morning routine. I printed the checklist. Alarm at 4:45, cold shower, workout, meditation, green smoothie, journaling, language lesson. Day 1 felt epic. Day 4 I was exhausted before work even started. Day 9 I slept through the alarm, ate donuts for breakfast, and deleted the checklist in disgust. Told myself I had no willpower. Quit trying new habits for 6 months. Felt like garbage the entire time. That crash isn't just tiring, it's soul-crushing. You end up believing you're broken, that real change is for other people with better genetics or stronger minds. The shame spiral deepens, and starting again feels impossible. But here's the twist most gurus hide because it kills their transform in 30 days sales pitch. The people who actually build lasting habits do the opposite of overload. They ruthlessly strip down to almost nothing at first. They protect their tiny spark until it becomes a fire that runs without constant effort. And the tool they use to do this isn't willpower. It's a stupidly simple system that forces momentum even when you feel like quitting. You've probably never heard this next part explained this way before, because it flips everything you've been taught about discipline. Most people get this completely wrong, and it's the real reason 90% of New Year's resolutions die by February. Stay with me, because once you see the third trap, the simple system will finally click into place. What if the real enemy of your habits isn't laziness or lack of time, but something hiding in plain sight every single day? It's your environment. The cues all around you. The phone on your nightstand that steals your morning. The snacks in the cupboard that whisper your name at 9 p.m. The couch positioned perfectly in front of the TV. Behavioral scientists at Duke University found that over 40% of your daily actions aren't conscious decisions. They're automatic responses to triggers in your surroundings. You think you're choosing to skip the workout, but really, the environment chose for you. Open plan offices kill deep work because notifications and chatter pull focus. Kitchens with visible junk food double calorie intake compared to hidden treats, proven in Cornell studies. Your brain is wired for efficiency. It takes the path of least resistance every time. If resistance is high, gym bag not packed, running shoes buried in closet, you skip. If resistance is low, phone unlocked on the table, Netflix autoplaying, you doom scroll. Most habit books scream, just do it, or build willpower. But willpower fights a losing battle against environment that it's like trying to stay dry in a storm while holding a paper umbrella. The successful ones? They don't fight harder. They redesign the battlefield. They make good habits obvious, easy, attractive. Bad habits invisible, difficult, unattractive. James Clear calls this environment design in Atomic Habits. But most people skim past it thinking it's too basic. It's not basic, it's the foundation. Ignore it, and no amount of motivation or tiny starts will save you long-term. Data from habit apps shows people who tweak their environment stick to habits 3 times longer than those who rely on reminders alone. You swear you'll read tonight, but the TV remote is right there, and suddenly it's midnight with 0 pages turned. I wanted to drink more water. Bought a big bottle, set phone reminders, even stuck motivational notes on my monitor. Still forgot all day. Ended up dehydrated and cranky. One weekend I cleaned the kitchen counter, put the full bottle front and center, added sliced lemon because it looked fancy, removed the soda cans to a high shelf. Monday morning I grabbed it without thinking. Drank 3 liters that day. Still do. No reminders needed anymore. That quiet frustration of knowing exactly what you should do, yet watching yourself do the opposite day after day, it eats at your self-trust. You start doubting every promise you make to yourself. The gap between who you are and who you want to be feels permanent. Here's the twist that flips everything. The people who build unbreakable habits aren't resisting temptation better than you. They've removed most temptation before it even appears. They've engineered an environment that pulls them toward success automatically. And when you combine this with the right system, habits stop feeling like work and start feeling inevitable. But most people never get here because they're missing one final piece. The simple bridge that turns environment design into lifelong autopilot. What comes next might change how you see this forever, because it connects the motivation trap, the overload mistake, and invisible environment forces into one ridiculously simple system. Most people get this wrong their entire lives, but once you see it, you'll wonder why nobody told you sooner. Stay with me. The final section reveals the exact system that makes habits stick until they become part of who you are. What if building lifelong habits required 0 extra effort and actually felt easier than quitting? Here it is, the simple system that ties everything together. It's called the Q Microaction Reward Environment Lock Chain. For pieces, stupidly simple, but unstoppable when combined. First, Q. Make the habit trigger obvious and automatic. Phone on charger across the room, Q's waking up early. Shoes by the door, Q running. No thinking required. Second, microaction. Starts so small it's laughable. Want to read? 1 page. Gym? Put on workout clothes. Floss. 1 tooth. BJ Fogg at Stanford proved tiny actions bypass resistance. Success rate skyrockets because failure is impossible. Third, reward. Immediate dopamine hit right after. Fist pump. Say hell yeah. Favorite song. Checkmark on a visible streak calendar. Your brain wires the loop. Cue action pleasure. Repeats forever. Fourth, environment lock. After the reward, lock the win in place. Prep tomorrow's cue immediately. Lay out clothes. Refill water bottle. Close distracting apps. This closes the loop and protects tomorrow from future use excuses. Real data. People using this full chain stick to habits at over 85% long-term rates, per studies from the European Journal of Social Psychology. No overload because you start micro. No motivation needed because cues and rewards run the show. Environment fights for you, not against you. It's not 10 habits. It's one chain, perfectly tuned that you've tried big changes and crashed. But this feels almost too easy. Like cheating the system. 6 months ago, I wanted to build a daily writing habit. Old me aimed for 1,000 words. Failed fast. New system. Cue. Laptop open on desk with blank page ready every morning. Micro action. Write 1 sentence. Reward. Big smile and coffee sip. Environment lock. Save and close. Leave sticky note. Keep going. Week 1. 1 sentence became 1 paragraph. Month 3. 1,000 words daily. No force, just flow. Imagine waking up proud every single day. No more broken promises to yourself. That quiet confidence of knowing you're becoming the person you always wanted to be. It's addictive in the best way. The biggest twist of all, this system doesn't just make one habit stick. Once the first chain is automatic, adding the next feels effortless because your brain now trusts the process. Momentum compounds. 1 habit turns into 3, then 10, not through grind, but through this invisible system working behind the scenes. You stop fighting yourself and start winning by default. And the best part? You can start this entire system today with 0 cost, 0 new apps, 0 overwhelm. Here's exactly how to do it right now. Picture this. Tonight, pick 1 habit you've always wanted. Just 1. Make the cue obvious. Shrink it microscopic. Plan your tiny reward. Lock the environment before bed. Tomorrow morning, the chain pulls you forward automatically. 1 week from now, you'll feel the shift. 1 month from now, people will notice you're different, calmer, prouder, unstoppable. Your next big step is waiting right inside your own life, starting tonight. Do it once. Watch what happens. You've got this. I'll see you in the comments when you tell me how it changed everything.